Big God-given dreams always start with one act of obedience.
That dangerous cold streak was brutal for everyone. Now imagine having no shelter to protect you in all of this. As Wichitans continue to endure single-digit temperatures, some find themselves with no place to escape the elements.
My hands were frozen. I had ice on my face and stuff, and it started turning dark, and all of a sudden I heard this voice say, "Hey, sir."
I've never been homeless before. I've never felt cold like that before in my life, and I didn't know what I was going to do.
I woke up from a really cold night. It was a cold night prior to that. I was putting the baby to sleep, and our room was just really cold. And that night I had a dream that we had raised thousands of dollars in a GoFundMe to put people in rooms. And so I woke up, and this dream was just kind of burning on my heart. And I told my husband, Cameron, about the dream. And that's when I called my friend Nima. I also called another friend, Kristen Exley, and they were both more than willing to help. I went ahead and started the GoFundMe.
When Stephanie and I initially talked about doing this, one thing we were instantly in agreement with was partnering with people who did this well. Or the first ministry we thought of was Church on the Street. They handle and deal with this population week in, week out. And so we gave them a call and asked them to partner with us in this homeless initiative. They have a commercial kitchen there and a chow hall. So we would just have people who filmed others out on the street, or just let people know if there's someone out on the street to bring them there. We would feed them a hot meal, see what their needs are, and if they needed shelter, then we would take them in groups to 2 hotels that partnered with us specifically.
Nima's son just, I guess something hit him, like a sledgehammer, and said, "Hey, look over there, turn around, there's somebody right there." There, I was underneath tarps and blankets, but I was still freezing. And I was just elated, because nobody would help me. I just got robbed that day, and I just sat on the bed wondering, how could he see me? Because I was in the dark, I was under dark stuff, and somehow he see me.
When they told me that they would put me up, because I just didn't have nowhere to go. Actually, I didn't even have no blankets, no nothing. I didn't know what I was going to do. I said to myself, either this is bull or this is a godsend, because like I said, I grew up in the church, so I know a lot about God. And so I didn't believe it at first. I said, no, ain't nobody's going to do this, and you're not doing nothing for them. So I said to myself, well, I'm gonna look at it as a God thing. And I stood on my faith for once, and that's where I think a lot of us go wrong, is we let our faith go and we don't stand on it. And I said, well, I'm gonna stand on my faith this time and see if it's really a God thing, and it was.
I fully believe if Stephanie Jackson did not have this dream, that we would not only see the lowest temperatures, record-breaking lows, but we would also see record-breaking highs in death. And I know that this was a vision set out to not just save people some meals, but maybe even save their lives. And so I'm so grateful and so privileged to be a part of something that tangibly makes a difference instantly.
And without people's donation to this church and coming to this church and things and coming up with this organization, people like me would not make it, we would have just been another homeless statistic, that people don't really care about, but they hear about. So I wanted to thank the people that donated and things. They should know who we are and who they helped.
When you're able to meet people where they're at and just love them, it does amazing things. God will give you a vision, just like He did in Stephanie's dream, but then He will provide people to come alongside that mission. And what was a small dream and a phone call the next morning turned into over $18,000 in donations turned into over 70 people having a warm place to stay. I can't even tell you how many meals and snacks and snow boots and so many people to give in different ways. It wasn't something we worked for, it was something we obeyed into, and it was beautiful to watch because when God gives you the vision, He's already provided for the mission.